PDP consensus suffers setback. Zoning panel submits report, and the riders disagreement over zoning. Best candidates hindering consensus plan. Party leader Peter Obi's aides list conditions for backing consensus. Atiku buys busy with campaigns. Aid, I can't defeat. Sorry, I take that again. I can defeat APC, says Wike. The reason why I flunked it. Yeah. I can't defeat APC, says Wike. Saraki meets Abia governor. Warns against dumping consensus. It's a page 2 read for the Punch newspapers this morning. Can we start with this?
Yes, Diako. Let's shift action to the PDP. It has been the APC for the past 2 days after the VP declared his interest. But the PDP are also building their machinery towards their presidential primary. And a lot of the watchers, observers about PDP politics are looking at what the party leadership, the National Working Committee and the NEC will do about the report on zoning. Because I think to a large extent, zoning will determine how the PDP even plays out on this one. Imagine that the PDP zoning committee comes out and says, we have zoned our presidency to the south. What will Atiku Abubakar do? Because Atiku Abubakar is refusing to play consensus. This is what this report is saying, that his campaign, his handlers are saying he's campaigning. He's not out for consensus. The issue with this consensus there is that while they are discussing consensus, nobody agrees. Nobody wants to stop for each other. Everybody thinks it's the better candidate. Even Bukola Saraki was
from Saraki to the rest of them.
Imagine tell Saraki that okay, we have agreed consensus candidate is Peter Obi. Do you think that Saraki will drop out of this race? Because most of them, imagine Tambuwa, tell Tambuwa that Bala Mohammed is consensus candidate, drop out.
Or Wike.
Or Wike, for instance. So you can see that division. Apart from the zoning issue, there's a division in the issue of consensus because every other candidate thinks it's the best. Dele Momodu, Ayo Fayoshe, both of them have said, what consensus? Throw this thing open. Let's all arrive in Eagle Square and slug it out. It's delegate for delegates.
Yeah.
Let's do it like that. And I think he's not even interested in discussing the consensus at all. Because you can see his own movements. He's like a one man in the PDP. He's going for that. He doesn't want zoning to stop it. He doesn't want consensus to deter him. So this is the crisis the party has. I heard that yesterday the National Working Committee, Yocha led, received the zoning report and will now convene a NEC, to discuss it and probably adopt it. We know that zoning report is clear. The zoning report is saying unanimously throw it open, let the best candidate emerge. We cannot zone what we don't have. We don't have power, we can't zone it, and there's the exigency of time. If we're going to zone, then we have to consult and placate around the 6 geopolitical zones. What's the time to do that? The primaries are already here. Any moment from now, the party will have to begin to prepare for primaries. So I think based on that, the NEC will probably favor what the zoning committee has reported. So if that happens, all the candidates will have to go to the field, all 15 of them now. Maybe there'll be more, we don't know. But in case it's the other way around, that the NEC fails, it's a moral duty for us to zone because it's in our constitution to always zone, to rotate, north or south, and because we have done north in the past, let's do south now. I'm looking at what will happen to most of the northern politicians who have purchased forms and who have thrown their hats in the ring. Will they now agree that, okay, zone to the south to take our hands out? The body language amongst them don't seem that. Even among the consensus group, Bukola Saraki, Bala Mohammed, Abuatri Tambuwa, they have a few others who have joined them to think consensus. You just see that they are all pursuing their own personal interests first, in the name of consensus. If it comes out now that, okay, let's vote for consensus, they'll vote for themselves. Which at the end of the day will mean that nobody will really agree on what consensus is. So their best possible option now is to throw that ticket open. But would that be fair to southern politicians? That's why you see Wike has removed himself from the group talking about consensus or anything. Yesterday he was in Imo and he told delegates in Imo State that give me your vote. That's what he's singing, because he thinks that already the party has decided it will not go south. So he's doing it on the basis of, an open contest. The PDP will have a say, in this election. Surely they will. But it depends on how they prepare and what candidate they bring out in the final analysis to contest against whoever the ruling party brings. Clearly now, this 2023 presidential election, again, is going to be between the ruling party and the opposition party. I was looking at the so-called third force, if they will emerge and pose a threat,
Right, yeah.
But today, April 13, nothing has happened. over the weekend, I think, or the last week, Patu told me held a press conference where he said he doesn't like the word third force, so he calls it something tenth. You know, that plenty political parties will come up here. But it appears that it was just a press conference. You know, nothing has happened there since then. And then if you look at the candidates, some people have shown true elements. Candidates like Professor Kingsley Moghalu, he is going to run under the platform of the African Democratic Congress, the ADC. Jacko and I will agree that the ADC cannot win presidential election now in this country. Again, because of the simple basis of having political structures in all the states of the federation and being able to mobilize support across, the country. It doesn't seem like he has that capacity. That's why there's a clamor that if you really want to contest the elections, join the popular political party. That's Moghalu for one. There's another candidate that has gone to take a new political party, the New Nigeria Political Party, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso. Will he win a presidential election on that banner? These are questions you ask yourself before you agree and conclude that probably it's a two-horse race of the ruling party and the major opposition.
The main opposition party.
The PDP will have a say, but it will depend again on the candidates that they bring forward and the capacity that candidate has to mobilize, voters across this country.
Okay.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.